I'm born and raised in Baton Rouge, and I'm currently live in Prairieville. Been here my whole life. I've always loved kids, so I never knew kind of to what capacity I wanted to work with kids. I ended up thinking I wanted to do speech therapy. I met someone who was opening up an applied behavior analysis, so ABA therapy clinic, and I went to work with them, and I fell in love with it. So I kind of switched paths in college, worked at a local clinic for several years, and then in 2021, I left and opened up Grace Therapy Center, which is an ABA clinic for kids with autism and other developmental differences.
A big shout out to Katie Jenkins, owner of Stir Coffee in Baton Rouge, a cafe that primarily employs people with disabilities. Now, for someone with cognitive differences, whether from birth or trauma, finding a job can be hard. And many want to work, but are never given a chance.
I kind of watched as my career went that a lot of our clients were growing up and going to school and doing all those things, but then there's really no place for them after school or even as a teen learning to get your first job and what that looks like. And so that's kind of where STIR came about is, how do we teach these guys to work in a workplace and that's accommodating to them, or that is, able to teach them those skills. Our tagline is grounds for growth. So kind of a play on coffee, but also hey, this is your place to grow and hopefully branch out into the world with the skills that you learned.
So perhaps the best thing about Stir Coffee is the brewing sense of hope so many of their employees feel. Expanding their expertise, sharpening their skills, staying involved in community despite the challenges they face.
No one has more friends and family come to visit them at work than these guys. I mean, they've had people travel from, cities from around Louisiana to just come see them at work, and just kind of the joy on their face on both sides of seeing them in a work environment, and then the employee also seeing people come to support them and love on them. It's very heartwarming to see, honestly. Sometimes I'm finding that, they'll set a really low expectation of what they're able to do, and then they come in and they just kind of blow that completely out of the water. They can do so much more than we think they can do, and they can do so much more than they think they can do.
Every American, including those with disabilities, deserves the freedom to work and reach their fullest potential. So Katie, a real shout out, applauding you for starting a business that improves the life of people in our community in such a heartwarming way. You set out to make a difference and, wait for it, drip by drip, and in all seriousness, person by person, you're succeeding. Keep making Louisiana and our world a better place.